Holy spoilers, Batman! Hello my little killer crocs and welcome back to Film and the Boys. We now have issue 63 of Hachette's the Batmobile Tumbler. In this one, it's a little bit of repetition, but not at the same time, because we're extending what we've already been doing. Now, there is symmetry to this, so we're extending this piece here. So as you can see, we've built up this side. We are now building up this side to complete pretty much the top back of the vehicle. It's nice. Big metal pieces in this one, which is always nice. I can't remember how heavy the work is or isn't in this. I don't think it's that heavy. Not really. I think it'll be, but it'll be nice. Now we are going metal to metal on this one, so I can see there's a lot of SM screws and CM screws, so I would advise using your 3-in-1 oil technique. Make it seem it's going nice and smooth. They just literally touch the tip of the screw into some 3-in-1. It'll go in beautifully. If not, screw in halfway, reverse out, blow this wolf off, screw back in. Bit of a nuisance, but it works. At the end of this one, we'll be talking in our Bat Chats about the release of The Dark Knight. So it's now time to release that movie onto the world and see what they're going to think of it. We already know what they thought of it, but we'll talk about that anyway, because there was anticipation. It was like, will it be any good? Will it be better than the last one? We'll find out. We'll talk about that in this one. Without further ado, let's get this one open. Let's get this one built. If you haven't yet, please remember to like and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get going. Okay, so let's take a look at what comes inside 63. Right, this is a heavy one. And I think it is just a repeat, but we know it's big lumps of metal. So we've got SM screws there, CM screws there. And then in the small of the packages we have... Yep, I remember that. That's the great. At least this one is all bent up. That's nice. Is that all that's in there? Yes. So screws there. And then we have this metal pieces over here. Yep, what's in there? Okay. So we have this piece of metal and this piece of metal. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get building. Okay, so to begin with, we are going to take this piece here. Let's go and sit over those two there and there. Yep, that's right. And then we're going to hold this in with two of the SM screws. Now, as I said, to make life a lot easier, I've got my 3-in-1 oil here. It's literally just a touch of the tip in there. And then that goes in nice and easy. You see, no messing around, bam, straight in. Otherwise, you're kind of fighting to try and cut the thread with these, which isn't the easiest thing to do. Okay, so again, just a touch. Don't over tighten these, because this is plastic. All you're going to do is, if you over tighten it, you're just cracking the plastic, so it won't be tighter, it'll be looser. And that is how that one's now looking. Lovely stuff. Right. Next thing we're going to do is take over this side piece here, and this is going to attach like so. So it's going to be on a funny angle, so we're going to have to hold it to get that get the first screw in. But I'm going to load up the CM screw and we'll get that done. Okay, so I've loaded the CM. Let's hold this in place and get one of these in, and then the other one should go in a lot easier. There we go. That's the first one in. One more. Honestly, 3-in-1 oil is your friend. It just makes life so much bloody easier when it comes to screwing into metal. You can get it anywhere. I've had people ask me where I get it from. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it in Asda. You can get it anywhere, any hardware store. It costs nothing. I mean, like, I bought one thing of 3-in-1 oil 3 years ago. I'm still using it, you know. And it's a few quid a bottle. It's not expensive. So that's how we're now looking there. Right, so we are now going to attach it to the main body. So let's bring that over. Okay, so taking our main body, that's going to sit on there like... Is it? Well, it should. That's a bit weird. It almost feels like it should have a knot taken out of it, and it hasn't. Okay, I see. That feels a bit unusual, but it is what it is. Yeah, it feels like there should be a knot taken out the side, but there's not. But let's get one screw in, and then that should ease this somewhat. Let's get that one in. Let's get that one in. So is that one held? Another CM screw here. Now, these ones we will get tight because I don't want any wobble on this at all. All right, there we go. I think I'm right. That is us done. So let's flip this one over. Aha. That is how we're now looking. So we are going to repeat this process over here. We're going to have 2 of those on there. Now in the next one, I know we put this one in, but we won't be getting that one until next month's pack turns up. But that is due to turn up any day. So this will then be complete because I believe they're moving back into the cockpit. But that's all for this one. Let's have a chat. So that's that one done, and it's looking big. It's looking nice. I mean, you can see what we've got going on here. This will be repeated over here. So this will be the tail end basically of the tumbler. It's looking nice. It's looking really nice. Again, you got to get Tumbler's very much a keep your faith model. Keep the faith model because we still don't have a rolling chassis. We've got bits is what we've got. And I'd like to tell you that all that's coming to an end, but it's not. Having seen what's coming up in the next, at least the next 3. No, we're still jumping around all over the place, but it's what it is. It's what it is. We're on for the ride. That's all for this one. If you're just sticking around with the build instructions, thank you for stopping by. If you're sticking around for our bat chats, well, it's release time. So it's July the 14th, 2008, and it's time to release The Dark Knight. This was released before I was married and before I had kids, but we were preparing for our wedding. And I can remember having an evening off and me and my wife going to watch this. It was fantastic. It was so good. It blew up. I mean, it did massive business. People started coming out raving about this movie, and it became one of those films that people go and see 2, 3, 4 times at the cinema. And everyone was saying the same thing. Heath Ledger steals that movie. He just does. Every scene that he's in, he just chews the screen up. It's not just a good Batman film. It's a good film. That's the thing. It's a good film. It feels mature. It feels adult. It doesn't feel like a kid movie. It doesn't feel like there's some big CGI threat going to destroy a city. Even though the action is big, it feels contained. It feels small, if that makes sense. There is this thing with superhero movies to go grand. You know, we've got something that's destroying planets and destroying. This is something that's affecting a city. It's not affecting the whole world. It's affecting a city, one city. But it's the city that Batman defends, and it's a masterpiece. It really is. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. It did wonders for all of its stars. So again, it elevated Christian Bale to massive heights. It did the same, sadly, for Heath Ledger, who wasn't allowed to enjoy the plaudits that he got from this. But it did really well. I mean, one of the most remarkable things about this is in the age of the internet, they managed to keep Two-Face secret for as long as they did. There was this concern. And I think it is my only real criticism of it. It feels like The Dark Knight feels like it's ended at one point. And then the Two-Face thing feels like it's been tacked on as almost like an epilogue. It's my only real criticism of it. Two-Face feels incredibly rushed. It would have been nice to see more of that, but the movie would have been 4 or 5 hours long. But it works, and I mean, it works to change the perception of Batman at that point, how he becomes the villain, what he does to sort of defend the honour of Harvey Dent, and just spectacular, just absolutely spectacular. But it went on to become, at that time, the 4th highest grossing film of all time. At one point, they were looking at it and thinking, wow, do you think it's going to dethrone Titanic? And it did amazing at the box office. Which probably had Marvel worried, because Marvel were, new on the game at that point. So Marvel had only had, at this stage, Iron Man, and I believe Iron Man 2. That was it. I don't know if they had Iron Man 2. I think they just had Iron Man at this point. But they thought, well, there's no challenger here. Well, there is. Well, they thought there was. So what came next? Well, the fallout, the legacy of that movie, exactly what it did and didn't do, is something we'll discuss in the final stage of this month, in 64, which will be coming up very, very soon on the channel. Thank you for stopping by. In a world, you can be anything at all, just be nice. Please remember to both like and subscribe. It helps our channel massively. And until next time, remember, Gotham needs us.